In the cup, Coconaco. Tear one of my wrists, Aerodactyl. Mixing white with the green. Sworn in the bezel was sworn in them fly switching, torn and pivot. Purple water pecs, Pokia. Hard to find even in West Podia. She was naughtier. The hex pole, oxo, fuck around, get your nose wiped. Salmon rocket full spikes. I got a Volk with 4 tights. I just tear a go to go on a touch flies a kite. And I got Dondozo for Bozo. She get shite. Spin on goes tight. Dick terror lives read your whole life. I'm trying shot, collar, see curve. And furrows only concur. Big body fire breather. Let the interior dirt. I was a jetty, want me a curve. Keep it 100, keep my word. Collision course, that's gotta hurt. Digital dash me on a fur. Trojan out the red room, go bird. What's that? This shit just occurred. Mellow the slump is that dirt. Hit him with a terror blast, yet alert. I split a kg a bird. I just did the 1/6 to revert. Chimp out, weave out, glacier on my wrist, but I'm still the coldest cat. Reminiscing 2013 that summer. They went like Butterfly, Pidgey, Retarder. Pokey aiming, but my shooting not gonna. Blunder my dog on the mic, I can't blunder. Huncho, I'm only smoking on the bomber. Pack the rice like the Richard Piana. Fuck with the Don, you gon' end up Ivana. Keep one in the pocket, can't get calm, mama. It's true, it's true, it's true. Wanna be the very best, I can't be number 2. Thankful for my brothers, make my dreams come true. 100,000 on 100,000, I still choose you. Don't matter if it's 100,000 on 100,000 on 100,000 on 100,000 on 100,000, I still choose you.
Yippee! Woohoo! Yippa!
So Mario does when I press the buttons. Hold on, I gotta take the right headphone out. It's confusing nowadays. Let me take this off the screen.
How long's it been since we streamed last? My name's Elite RE, and this is what we do at the beginning of streams.
He got it from 5 days ago. Oh yeah, we reacted to Pokemon. Then we didn't do much. Then the time before that, we were stealing Elite RE's content. We haven't done a normal stream in a long time. Jesus Christ. Good God Almighty. Now, there's a bunch of random shit we can do today. Oh my God, I got 6 viewers. Did I clickbait well with my great title? My great title, of course, referring to this great tweet here, where it says, not even edited, by the way. Bye, guys. Was fun. Moving on to bigger and better things. Because you see this Pokemon video I put lots of effort into. 250 views, you know, fully edited video. What a great thumbnail, all these things. Versus a shitty footy ENT video I shit out because I wanted to get it out early and, you know, didn't even edit this video and it's just a still image for most of the video. 363 views. This is also outdated the day it came out, like a few hours later. So, you know, the future is in the great game of rugby league, as the people in America just found out in Vegas. Let's bring them up. Elite RE is here, Heath is here. They're great Ymir emotes that you might even think they're on YouTube. They're using the emotes so much. Whatever happens. Oh, it's a cool Cowboy Bebop thingy. I bet a lot of these top 100 songs of all time things. Also, we got to leak Mr. Gems' thing here. Don't make me forget. Oh my God, he just hearted my comment. I got hearts out here. Now, oh, let's bring this one up. Did anybody watch this video? Probably not. Heath, I bet you watched it. Did you love it? I think you actually said something about it last stream. I can't remember. Though that said 5 days ago and this says 4 days ago, but I'm pretty sure I got it up, you know. Sometimes maybe Twitch is fucking retarded. Did you ever think about that? Oh, hold on. Let's do something we haven't done in a while. Are we still at 370? Kill myself. The Griffith video fell off. This is why I don't get paid anymore. Hey, is this going to come up? Oh my God, that's my video. 500 views it's got now. I think it had 500 views. No, it had 300 views in that screenshot. You know, 1.5K, you know, pretty big. I'm a pretty big deal out here. But yes, this video is literally, what am I saying? Their only signing of note is Chad Townsend. True, and he's 35 years old. It's just this image, which isn't even a related image, until I get to my predictive great ladders here, chat. And I did 2 ladders, and I'm just so into it. And, you know, the Raiders won on the weekend, chat. They looked very impressive, but I've only got them down here, which might still be true, but, you know, we can root for the great Ricky and his Raiders. And then the shitty Panthers up here also won. Shitty Sharks lost, and looks like they fucking suck, so, you know, that's pretty cool. But, you know, I'm pretty sure this will be 1-to-1 accurate by the end of the year, and I'll look very smart in front of all my new friends. That being said, no comments on this video, so an average view time of like 2 minutes or something. But, you know, what are you going to do about it? Anyway, that's enough football talk, you know. Oh my god, this is a Cowboy Bebop edit. Oh my god, it's on like a TV. Is this Tame Impala? I don't know any Tame Impala songs. And I don't like this vibe, though I do recognize this song now. This isn't a cool Cowboy Bebop edit. I got dragged. Oh my god, Mr. Gems put this in Elite RE's Discord server, so you know I'm not leaking it or anything. And if I am, too bad. Mr. Gems doesn't watch my streams. He did a cute little edit here. I'm tagged in it. You know, I'm famous and stuff. I got fans. You know, we used to get edits like this back in the olden Attack on Titan days. People would make us whole flow charts. Remember that when that one guy did that one flow chart and he just wanted us to show it on stream one time? And, you know, we used to have a fan community, damn it. And now here is Mr. Gems to fill in the thing. You fill in the holes. Are you a big fan of edits? I'm a big fan of edits when they're the cool songs. I got dragged into this. You know, I felt bad. True. Elite RE's always doing what I want. I'm never doing what he wants. This is the one thing he wants. This is his favorite thing he's ever experienced in his whole entire life. Mid-shitu pedo-say over here. That's comedy. That's comedy, Chad. I like that. That's comedy. It's even got the little edit thing at the end. Get ready for it. Mid-shitu pedo-say over here. It's probably what they do in the episodes when the title comes up or something. Anyway, Mr. Gems, what anime when production. Oh my god, this video, this great video that I made, 8 minutes long, Can Pokemon Talk, the execution. And what's the first one? The challenge, true, the forgotten challenge. You got to explain the challenge. And then we got to make the next video to do to cap off our trilogy. Not Crash. That's a idea for another year. Where's this one? Oh, this great script that I looked at yesterday and I said, what a fucking mess of nonsense. How about I kill myself rather than work on this? But I'll figure it out, chat, you know. Is this intro very good? As a kid, the episodes of the Pokemon anime that were my favorites, and the ones I rewatched over and over on DVD, were the Pokemon League episodes. Ash's first Pokemon League was alright, but the Johto League, with the 6-on-6 matches against Gary and Harrison, were the pinnacle of my young life. What does that say? I'm going back and rewatching the beginnings of the Pokemon anime. It might therefore shock you how little battling is an element in the beginning stages, all the way from the beginning of the Indigo League all the way up to the end of the Orange Islands. It was a slow, iterative process for the Pokemon anime to go from that iconic first battle to the grand, epic, childhood-defining spectacles that were the Silver League Conference. I'm getting into this. This is like the second point in the video. We gotta reorder this whole fucking thing. Anyway. I'll figure this shit out. But then, you know, let's open up another script. We love opening scripts here. It gets the people going. Not Moth and Firefly. Where's Wary Tenderness? Let's bring this one up. Maybe we'll work on this one instead. Let's bring up fucking The Appeal of Chainsaw Man. Let's check that out for the first time. Oh my god, how many times, Heath, how many times have you heard this opening paragraph in an iteration over the last 5 years? The Last of Us Part 2 is not a game one would describe as a gentle experience. Nonetheless, it reintroduces itself gently with a familiar face and a familiar voice at a familiar point in time. I wrote this line, this intro, 17 years ago! That is with Joel, right after the conclusion of the first game, preceding the promised time skip, the protagonist shifted Ellie from the marketing. Oh my god, this is the line that inspired my other Last of Us video, where I'm like, the people, they won't understand the enormity of why it's cool that you start as Joel in the beginning of this game if they didn't know the marketing and how we were promised that you'd only play as Ellie. And, you know, so you gotta make a whole video to give them context, damn it. But you make it like a year ago, so the people watching this one didn't watch that one, and no one watched that video, so, you know, all your dreams, all your livelihoods crumble to the ground. Is there an opening to the Jesse and Dina one? Is there even a document for the Jesse and Dina one? There is. It just must not have been opened here. Like on the laptop, so it doesn't show up. How Jesse... Oh, I want to open that. I have to find it on my other computer, I guess. It'll have Last of Us in the title. No, and then we've just got this one. I don't think this one has a thingy. It's just got dot points. Anyway, we'll get through all that nonsense at a later date. Crash video? I need a title for that one. Do you think they're jerking off when making ironic edits about how people call them pedophiles? Yes, Miller, I believe they are. Now, did everybody see The Great Honora, my favorite movie? Won the Oscar. This is great. Now, Elite Ari has to watch it with me. But Challenges was robbed, damn it. Though Honora's pretty cool. Honora streaming date. I'm not paying $15 on Amazon. Release date on Hulu. March 17th! I see people having tweets with like footage in it. Do you think those are from trailers, or do you think I can torrent it somewhere? I torrented a movie and watched a movie today, chat. We'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, The Great Honora. It's the best. I only thought about this because I saw Miller linking a tweet that was from Wicked, and it has Wicked in the title. But nobody gives a shit about fucking shitty Wicked. Oh my god, here comes Ariana. I saw she was nominated for an Oscar. Isn't that cool? Billie Eilish won a fucking Oscar. She's way cooler than Ariana Grande. There's no way these songs, there's no way musicals are good. Get here. I like Wicked. Kyle, why are you always watching these movies that are about the girl you love being with somebody else? Because I'm a cuck at heart, goddammit. But that's not what that movie's about at all. They do get into other relationships periodically, but they are in love, Heath. Didn't you see the ending? Wait, what's another one? Let's scroll up here. Last Jedi, I'd say that's true with that one. Poor Finn. The Great Rey is in love with Kylo. Uncharted, did they have sex? Oh, this one's about fucking your dad's wife. So, you know, that's a bit cucky. Then we got Chungking Express. I don't know. Maybe they were in love. Jesse James. There was some cucking in this movie. Yes. Star Wars we went over already. That's a little girl. Get your mind out of the gutter. This one, you know, they were friends or something. I don't know. Challenges. Well, now that's about gay sex, brother. We love that one. Nosferatu. That's about fucking monsters and stuff. Remember this girl? She was pretty cool. Remember the great Nosferatu? This is some cuck shit right here, if you like this nonsense. This is Star Wars. They were in love in that one. So I don't understand your point, Heath, frankly. Nor do I reconcile with your insinuation. Sure got him. Now, yes, we did watch When Harry Met Sally today. It's the most famous rom-com of all time. You do have moments when you're watching this movie where you're like, oh, that's from this movie. Like when she's like faking an orgasm at the like dinner table, at the restaurant rather, not the dinner table, and everybody reacts to it. I know that because of wrestling parodies of it. In some ways, the movie does suffer from being like, it's funny because I don't think Star Wars really did suffer from that with me, where it's like, you realize this is the thing. And it's almost like it's a formula at this point, but this is the original, so you shouldn't judge it. But you also think that something's corny because it's been like done a million times. Like the climax of the movie is the big speech where he like hasn't said anything genuine all movie, but at the end he has this big monologue about how he loves everything about her or whatever. And it's specifically the timing and the delivery that's obviously like you've seen in like Family Guy or The Simpsons or anything else. And so it hurts it a little bit. I still gave it 4 stars, and I was, you know how I say like Chungking Express is like a 4-star movie that's going to be 5 stars eventually? This is definitely a 4-star movie that's going to be 4.5 stars. The movie flies by. Now, I love this great movie because it's only an hour and a half long. We love short movies right now. Oh my god, Carrie Fisher is in it, and I knew she was in it, and I was going in looking for her, and she was on screen for half the movie before I realized it was her, so that was very funny. She's third billed here. She's the girl's best friend. And this guy here is the guy's best friend. And guess what? Those two end up together. Isn't that crazy? Aren't you in love? Don't you want to learn about love? Also, very interesting director here. He did Stand By Me, which I think is the Pokemon movie that the Pokemon guy really likes. The Princess Bride, obviously famous for having Andre the Giant in it. You'll remember it from the Vince McMahon documentary, where Vince had to go to the what do you call it? The set of Princess Bride and convince Andre to do the Hulk Hogan match. A Few Good Men has the famous "You can't handle the truth" line. Spinal Tap. That's something people talk about. And I don't know, Rob Reiner, I've never even heard of this guy. You know, I never heard his name in a YouTube video, which is odd. I think that's the only consuming. We finished Crash Twinsanity. We haven't started Crash Tag Team Racing yet. I've, of course, been playing a lot of Mario 64, the greatest Mario 64 level of all time, the Great Boo's Haunted Mansion, or whatever the fuck it's called. What a great level. So small and compact. That's how we like our levels. Easy to explore. Not a lot of hidden things for me to go and find. Now, though I need to figure out how to turn these fucking blocks on, because I don't have any of these caps yet. And you need one of them to get one of the stars there. But of course, you need one of them. You need the flying one to get the stars on the first level, which I don't have yet either. So, you know, it's not like we're getting to where I'm beating myself up too much about it. I know you got to find them secretly. I half looked up how to find the first one. You got to go to the mat or something, or the carpet. I'll figure it out. I probably had more to say about this movie. I don't know. I'm sure more will come to me over time. It was very easy to watch. It was very engaging. We liked this movie. Streaming in an hour. Turn-based RPGs are the only good type of video game. It's time we all grow up and admit it. We love Chrono Trigger. We love the great Chrono Trigger. What a great video game. But more so, we love JRPGs. Let me just sit here for a while and, you know, not have to worry about things idling or Crash doing a stupid animation where he's going to fucking pick his ass or something. Let me just sit here on the overworld and breathe for a second and check my phone. What a great video game. Now, then we went live, but also we didn't read Twitter last time, so we got to do more. Me flexing my 2 videos in 1 month that haven't helped very much. Oh, me getting around being able to use the Pokemon theme at the end of that video. That's pretty cool. This Hoas video, us streaming the Pokemon Direct. Remember when Jarky Bacon and Mr. R attacked me for liking the Pokemon Direct when I didn't even like the Pokemon Direct? Weird. That happened in our Discord server, guys. You wouldn't understand. Then what did Heath say? Heath said something. I can't remember if it was good or negative, and I don't remember if it was about Pokemon. But it was about something Miller was probably complaining about. Relitigate this in chat for me, guys, so I can remember and give my take. Oh my god, me saying all of the things I want to do in my life. That's just me announcing how long the video is going to be. I just want to start Ocarina of Time. Let's get started, everybody. You know, I'm just looking at it. No, I was watching some sort of YouTube video and I'm looking at Mario and I'm like, Mario, maybe the Nintendo 64 isn't the ugliest console with the ugliest games of all time. Maybe it looks alright. And then I was like, there's a Zelda game that looks like this. And I was like, the great Ocarina of Time. And somebody else was talking about it on something I was listening to. Because I remember playing Ocarina of Time in the limited, 2-hour span I did. Sneak around the castle, you know, you're going through a maze. And then the bad guy's bowing to Zelda's dad or something before he betrayed the crazy. What a narrative. And then I remember I watched a Mizkif stream one time where he was fucking around and just playing at the beginning. And I was like, I like this too. Now, I did play A Link to the Past for 3 sessions and got a little bored and it got away from me. But, you know, Ocarina of Time can win us back. I'm having weird cravings of rewatch/watch Marvel Phase 1 again. Is it nostalgia? Remember when Marvel was real and stuff? True. Remember when it was on Earth and none of this alien nonsense was happening? And remember Captain Avenger, the first Avenger? That's the greatest movie of all time, I think. We got to watch that one again. Iron Man. What a weird context it's going to be to see that again. I bet it feels all sorts of weird. Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2. Don't remember much at all about these movies. Thor. Good luck. I remember he smashes a cup and says more. And I remember Hawkeye is in it or something, I think. Then we've got the great Hulk. I don't think I've ever watched that movie. Then we've got... isn't that all of them? Oh, it'll just be so great. I'll make a lead already do it. Don't worry, we'll do it here in the future. Mass Effect. We got to play Mass Effect. You know, games where you have, choice is, an interesting concept, I think. And I'm like... maybe I should do this again. Because I remember playing Telltale games and being bored. Oh, the reason why this is happening is because I know Chrono Trigger has 8 endings. And I think I figured out one of the way you can diverge endings. Because at the beginning... oh my god, it's just fucking Dragon Ball. But cool, chat. All the characters are just like Dragon Ball 2. And it's probably just because they look like them. But also not. They've got the personalities and stuff. Anyway, you meet the princess girl. But she's in disguise. And she's dressed like Bulma. Because, you know, of course. And, you bump into her and her pendant flies off and you can go and pick up the pendant and you can either give it back to her or there's somebody you talked to earlier that's I'll pay a high price for any cool pendants you might find. And so now it's very obvious. It's not like very subtle and stuff. Like, ooh, if you investigate this and go out this back door and this, a different narrative branch goes over here. Now that would be cool. I'm assuming that's what kind of Mass Effect is like. But then I know Mass Effect is criticized because at the end of the third game, like every story sort of coalesced into this big fight, and it's sort of maybe your choices didn't matter the whole time. But I know there are video games where choices matter, so we'll find them, chat. And because what have I played in the past? Like Undertale, where depending on the route you do, you can do, but that's sort of not, you're supposed to sort of play it all three ways, I think. Anyway. What was I talking about? Chrono Trigger. And if you sell that bitch's pendant, because the pendant fucking up is what does sort of the inciting incident for the game. So I wonder if that would change that. And like, would she not be on your team and you'd never have this girl? But she's like clearly the second most important character right now. And therefore, would the scientist girl become like the second most important character? Which one's supposed to be the canon love interest? You know, you got to figure all these things out. And it's interesting. And I know you can explore a lot at the beginning. Which I didn't do entirely. I don't know. It's some cool stuff, you know. Video games. Who knew? Oh, I read that Heath comment. I'm looking at chat. Did you cry when John Cena turned evil? No, but I was spoiled to it by fucking Miller in our Discord. I was at work. I think I'm washing my hands or some shit, and I get a Discord notification, and I'm checking to see if it's my break time yet. And I see Miller the Killer says, "No, John Cena, no. Surely he'll turn good again at the end or something." And I was like, that's funny. If this was like 3 years ago, I would have like banned Miller from everything, because I feel like I would have cared a lot about big spoilers but like that. It's also affected my my opinion on it, I think. Because I think when Miller sent that and I saw that, I'm like, well, that's a fucking stupid idea. But I feel like the shock in the moment might have overrid that being a stupid idea to me, and maybe I would have had a different engagement with the piece at hand here. But John Cena is so fucking bad, and he's like the worst wrestler of all time, and he can't make anything good. So, and I've always hated John Cena, so I don't really care that he turned bad. It didn't make me cry. I wasn't a John Cena kid. Heath was like, "It looks like fun. It looks fun." Now, what was Heath doing? Oh, the Pokemon game. No, Heath was talking about, it wasn't Pokemon related, I don't think. But obviously it looks like fun. Pokemon are the funnest video games of all time. But these other two idiots were going on about how bad it looks or whatever. And I was like, shut up. It was them complaining about the visuals. Yes, I remember that part. Why does Kyle think he'll be able to play Ocarina of Time without consulting a guide every 5 minutes? I don't give a fuck about consulting guides. I'll consult a guide if I want to. Are you going to watch Daredevil tomorrow? No, Daredevil is lame. We don't like Daredevil, except he's that guy from Boardwalk Empire. But I'm not watching 3 seasons of Daredevil to catch up with this fucking nonsense. I'm sure it'll come out and the people have liked it or the previews have been good or something. Tyrone won't like it. That's beside the point. Kind of Funny's very excited for it. That's why I know about it. Now, I was nearly going to watch that Spider-Man cartoon, but that's sort of the motivation for that is fleeted entirely. So, you know, that's on the back burner. There was something. Oh, it's shitty Severance, because Severance is happening now. And even the streamer girls I watch are like talking about it. And I saw a clip on Twitter the other day. Oh, and there's even like a video over here we might watch because it's like 5 minutes long and it says Severance is a different type of something. Is a new kind of story. Oh, that's interesting. We got to watch this video. I saw a shot from it on Twitter of like the camera like spiraling out and all the lights turning off or something. And now, obviously, Severance has always sounded relatively cool. I remember Red Letter Media talking about it. But then, you know, it became the popular thing, so that means it's lame and we don't want to watch it. But the more people talk about it, the more it's on the brain. Is the gain up too high? I hate that it resets the gain every time I plug this shitty microphone in. I feel like the gain's too high, Elite RE. Why didn't you tell me? Because when we record, I got to turn it way down. Anyway, Severance was the popular thing at the moment. I was like, maybe I should catch up and get in on the discourse on this. But we're planning to do that with The Last of Us, obviously. And what's the other thing we got to do before it comes out? When is this shitty... I saw a picture from the One Piece live action thing. I saw Mr. 3's fucking wax thing. From the greatest One Piece arc of all time, of course, Little Island or Little Rock or whatever it's fucking called. Little Garden it's called. Kill yourself, Miller. One Piece Season 2 release. Because I gotta fucking watch this. March 21! Oh no, that's the shows. That's the real show. Excuse me, One Piece doesn't have any shows. If you watch any of the One Piece shows, you're a loser and a pussy. Just tell me. Is there a release date, goddammit? I don't want to look at this ugly piece of shit show. Do we not have a date, right? I don't have to worry about this shit too much. But I'm also maybe going to watch it this month. I don't know. Leave me alone. I hate One Piece. I read a Zombie 100 chapter today. Crazy. Why is every wrestling clip I see just the eclipse? It's another... Everything in wrestling right now is a turn. It's so... I hate it. I hate wrestling. I hate everything about wrestling. I hate you. It's also very funny because Travis Scott was just in the ring because they're trying to... Like, he's literally just there because they think it'll go viral if he's there. It's so funny. It's so, like, a modern WWE in every sense of the word. Where it's, like, kind of interesting because it is actually a twist. But then it's, like... There's, like, some retarded promotional shit that's tied in. But the retarded promotional shit is actually clever, whereas for, like, the last 15 years, it would have been, like, a terrible thing that Vince thought would be good, but nobody actually cares about. And also, like, The Rock, it's just weird. Wrestling's weird. It's in a weird state at the moment. Rock is Void, Cena is Griffith, Cody Rhodes is Guts/Casca. That's pretty cool. Who is Travis Scott? Miller probably doesn't know who Travis Scott is. Now... Also, it's not... I don't want to talk about this. Stephen Moffat said Severance is the best written show at the moment or something like that. Who the fuck is Stephen Moffat? Is this some Doctor Who loser? If it is, Eliari's getting banned in chat. Mafat, dick in your mouth. Television writer for Doctor Who. Miller, take care of this idiot. Oh my god, it looks so bad. This season has so many things that look bad. So excited. Are we talking about... Oh, One Piece. I thought we were talking about Severance. I was like, Miller has opinions on Severance, but no, it's shitty One Piece. Everything One Piece live action is going to look bad. I didn't think I was done reading my tweets yet. Mass Effect. You do choices. I want to make choices. Narrative choices, goddammit. I hate Naughty Dog. Now, Metal Gear Solid, that's a series we've got to play. Those games are old enough to be good. True. These Mass Effect games are like from this weird 2010s period. Nothing good came out in that period, right? It's like gonna be a modern game, but like worse. But Metal Gear Solid, that's an old game, which means it's good. I'm very interested in like Metal Gear Solid 2 and like 3. Like I feel like I have a mind map of what Metal Gear Solid 1 is a lot, and I feel like I've been spoiled to like everything in that game. I know 2 you start off as a different character, and that's like a big meme that everybody hates or whatever. Or they hated it at the time, but there's been lots of revision of it. But, like, people talk about, like, Metal Gear Solid 3. Like, I don't know. Metal Gear Solid is, like, anime, where it's, like, the meme is everybody's, like, Metal Gear Solid, man. It's just so stupid and, you know, it's just retarded. And but I love it, though. Metal Gear Solid is trash, and so am I. It's so confusing. You can never even tell it. Like, but people talk about, like, 2 and 3, like, they're really good. I know 4 is, like, a prequel, and then I think 5 is, like, kind of unrelated or something. But also, like, people talking about the Metal Gear Solid 3 ending all the time, and all I know is you, like, walk past, like, projections of all the people you've killed in the game or something, and that's supposed to be some sort of profound moment. I know there's a lot of meta stuff in it, so it sounds like I would like it, so... The only problem is the only one I own is 2. I think Metal Gear Solid 3 is a PS2 game, or is it an early PS3 game? PlayStation 2, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch. It is a PS2 game. We love the PS2. We don't have PS3s around here. But instead, I gotta watch Garden of Sinners. True, and I gotta watch shitty Star Wars. Let me tell you something I have zero motivation for right now. I might have more motivation for Garden of Sinners than to watch shitty Solo. I'll tell you that much. But there's no way I can just... We can't just make a video about Episode 9. And I've come so far and got so far, but in the end, you just got to make it count, you know? You just got to watch shitty Solo. You just got to sit down and waste a day watching shitty fucking Solo. But we'll do it later in the month, you know? We got a whole month to do both these things. I want to write letterbox and backlogged reviews. I wrote a Crash 1 review, kinda. And then I got to Crash 2, and I'm like, I have no idea what I want to say about shitty Crash 2. All I want to say is that if you like Crash 2 better than you like Crash 3, I'm going to fuck your mother. But that doesn't seem right to talk about Crash 2 like that. So, I got to figure that out. Anyway, that's tweets done, finally. Let's get the fuck out of here. Anything else I got to give an update on? Where's the Excel spreadsheet? Let's look at them. Mario 64, greatest video game. Chrono Trigger, I saved the princess. You do that at the beginning. And then me and my frog pal were hanging out. But then the frog pal left. But then we left him in the past. And now I'm back in the present. And I forget what my objective at the moment is. I'm like 3 hours into this game. But I feel like if on Real Talk, it's like an hour and a half into this game. Because, I'm going around, I'm talking to people. Getting all the dialogue. I guess I am having a lot of fun with Chrono Trigger, but I think I talked about this in last stream, where it's like, it kind of has dawned on me through what the game is that it's probably not going to be a 5 out of 5, and that saddens me a little bit. There's a few things. It's like, the character writing does feel like Dragon Ball, but like the best it could be. And I don't know if that could be a 5. It's just sort of like it's like the tropes or something. It's like I see what type of story this is. But there is like, it's not 100% thing, because I feel like the spirit of it, chat. And I feel the spirit of like, I could see this being a 5 if like a twist happens that's really good. Like there is like, remember when Cell first showed up and there is that ominous little switch up and you're like, this is like the greatest story of all time. And obviously Dragon Ball has a million moments like that. But it's like undercut by Dragon Ball tropiness a lot. Now, who knows if anything I'm saying right now is true, because, I haven't seen Dragon Ball, and especially Dragon Ball Z, in 25 years. But also, like, the tropiness is... It's like such a severe... like, the effect from the tropiness is so severe in Dragon Ball, because you sort of want it to be better. And you're like, this undercuts everything I'm saying, but like, this could be the greatest thing of all time, obviously. If like, just like the creators understood the fan mindset better instead of the creator mindset or something like that, where it's like, no, just have everybody be cool and come back and talk all the time, and have like everything be discussed, and like, don't skip over things because you think they're boring, because nothing could possibly be boring. And I want to get lost in this world, etc., etc. It happens in a lesser degree, I think, to Naruto, which is why I think Naruto is probably better. And like, Pokemon is another thing like that, where it's like, even at the end of the tournament arc, like, oh yes, you don't see the other battles, you only see Ash's battles, and it's like, no, we will not be bored, sire. Please show us every single battle in excruciating detail, and just do this for 50 episodes. We want that. Now, obviously, this is not... They probably understand for a wider audience, like, they only do care about Ash, etc., etc. I don't know. What the fuck am I saying anymore? Chrono Trigger, it's great, but is it the best? I don't know. And then I'm like, am I going to get this feeling from Final Fantasy VI? Because Final Fantasy VI better be a 10 out of 10 greatest game of all time. I'm telling you. Final Fantasy VII is whatever. Final Fantasy VI, everybody I've ever respected in my life tells you Final Fantasy VI is the greatest game of all time. And the scene in the fucking opera house or whatever is the greatest scene of all time. So we got to get to it. We got to do it. Earthbound, that's just a little fun romp. Golden Sun is just, it looks pretty. What Remains of Edith Finch, I think, has some twists or turns you could like a lot. Shadow of War, that's just a silly action game. Cuphead, that's just a silly action game. Tomb Raider, we just want more Uncharted from that. And like first 3 Uncharted, not the great Uncharted 4. We got Fire Emblem, that's going to be pretty good. Ocarina of Time, I have no idea what to expect from this game. Astrobot better be the greatest game of all time. God of War better be the greatest game of all time. Spider-Man, I'm not expecting to be the greatest game of all time. Red Dead Redemption 2, I don't really expect me to like that game too much. Now, Crash Bandicoot 4 better be the greatest game of all time, goddammit. You just sort of go through these things. This is another thing I've been thinking about, to sort of connect whatever that nonsense was, is I have been mongering around, and I'm like, because for a long time we had the, I'm never going to see a 5 out of 5 ever again. I'm going to kill myself. And then it happened. What was it? Great challenges. We love challenges. We watched also Monsters, Inc. again. Thought that was a 5 out of 5. But, challenges, movies are trash, chat. Little short-term story nonsense. That's not going to be your favorite thing ever. That's some pussy shit. Now, it is going to be your favorite thing ever. But what we need right now, we need Berserk to come again. But where do we find it? It's just impossible to find. We need Mad Men to come again. And don't tell me about shitty Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad sucks. So does Better Call Saul. Kill yourself. That's not where we're going to find Mad Men again. But what other long TV shows we got? We got like Peaky Blinders, but I feel like that has a ceiling. It's like poppy Netflix shit. That can't be too good. What other TV shows are long running like that? Like The West Wing or something? I don't know. Whatever. But then, you got to always return to where you come from. The greatest thing is the primordial soup of man. What was man made to create? What was made to give us the 10 out of 10s we deserve? And that would be this middle column. The great manga. Shitty anime is just shitty manga. Video games suck. TV shows, we've already seen all the good ones. Documentaries sucked. Films, we just said sucked. Rewatching is good, but it's only a certain thing. Books, they probably could be good too. But manga, that's where it's at. That's where we get the Great Berserk from. And all those other things I like. What are the other ones I like? I don't remember. We need it to happen again. We need a long story. We need a payoff after 30 volumes, and we need Casca to come back. Now, where do we find this again? Now, you probably don't find it in Blame, but Blame is on the brain right now. If I read Shitty Monster, is it going to be that good? I don't know if I believe it. Do we have to just go to Vagabond? But Vagabond isn't ending, and why? I'm put off by Mir and Bacon not liking Vagabond that much. But what do these two idiots know about quality? They don't even like Berserk. They like shitty Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga is a good example, though. Even like the Hild stuff. Is that a fucking name? I'm confusing with Wild. It's Hild. Like, even that was only like, what? What would it have been? Like 100 chapters of build-up, maybe? And that was pretty good. But like, Zombie 100 is obviously like a gag funny manga. Like, and now Miller the Killer's got his hand up. I'm not even looking at chat. And he has the correct answer. But I don't want to do it right now. That One Piece is not happening. Right? I don't feel it. So what do we do? Bleach? Bleach is probably alright, We need some long-term nonsense, chat. Should I just start the shitty swordfish manga that everybody's talking about, That one seems okay. Anyway. Where's Attack on Titan, goddammit? Bring it back. Anyway, they gotta cut all the Chopper's other transformations and fights and just have him be a little puppet if they want him to work. I forgot that Chopper is going to exist. I thought 3 was the prequel. I don't know. I could be right. I could be wrong. But people like 3. That's what I know. I think 2 is like far in the future or something. I don't know. How am I supposed to know these things? Oh, I'm watching episode 9 first. Alita Ree's a heinous person. We all know it to be true. Is there even a person in the whole world who wants to hear a discussion about Solo? Why would you think I care what the audience wants? Absolutely stupid from Heath. Can you believe it? Crazy how Kathleen Kennedy produced 2 of the worst films of all time back to back. I'm sure she was very involved. Dragon Ball still has a consistent small dumb shit that makes you question if anyone cares. Like they want us to believe now that Goku had Super Saiyan 4 in his back pocket when he Dragon Ball is quintessential in that. And I used to think Naruto was bad like that too. But it was so rewarding going back and being like, no, Naruto just has explanation for things that the community just ignored or thought was stupid and pretended it was like Dragon Ball. But that's so much of Dragon Ball's identity too, is that it's stupid, which is annoying because that's internet nonsense. That's the same Naruto idiots saying that same shit. And it's DBZA nonsense. It's just, Dragon Ball does do that so often where it's we just contradicted it. We just did it. But it's still really cool that you can't hate it. But all you can do is pine that, what if this was, better? Pokemon has that a little bit too. Though I'm only thinking to the future with Pokemon, like that. All the stuff I've seen is, good. I think Pokemon suffers from, obviously, its episodic nature, where it's things are set up and paid off so far apart that nobody is watching the show like this. There's maybe 5% of people that have seen all of Pokemon, I think, that have watched Pokemon. And only they would like appreciate the slow build-up, I think. Like, obviously, and because this is kind of antithetical to Pokemon's identity, because Pokemon was the show where the main character lost every time, and that's sort of what made it interesting and cool. Now, obviously, Ash won in the end. So it's more traditional in that sense now that you think about it. But, like, I don't think anybody feels the payoff of Ash finally winning in anything more than, like, a tweet. I don't think anybody's actually watching Ash win at the end of Pokemon and being like, that's my character from the beginning. Remember when I loved him at the beginning? And look, he finally made his dream. Like, obviously, Ash is probably a very different character with very different writing sensibilities and character feel because it's been 1,000 episodes, 20 years, and a million different writers. And so to the point where it's like, I don't know, if you try to liken like Goku from episode 1 to like Goku at the end, it's like, do you even feel pride that like the little guy, you do, but only in abstract ways that Endless Jess can put in a video and make you feel. Like that Endless Jess video about how Dragon Ball is about Goku and Bulma's journey and the friends they collected along the way and like how that's very profound and stuff. That is like awesome. You can think that in retrospect, but in the moment of watching it, you will never think that, and you will always find things to contradict that and be like, well, this isn't really what it's about. And clearly, like, the narrative seems to have very different, like, focuses in a lot of points. Pokemon is obviously like that, but it's much less serialized than even Dragon Ball. I wonder if Naruto pulls it off properly. And I want to say it does. I want to say that, like, obviously, again, this is like, it had one rider the whole time that was more... I don't want to do, like, he forgot launch memes for Toriyama, but, like, more invested in sort of the consistency aspect of it. Obviously, One Piece is, like, the other example. I don't know. I feel like Naruto does such a great job at constantly referencing, like, its past, where it does fuck things up from, like, a continuity angle of, like, well, this character should have existed back then, so they probably should have run in and beat up the bad guy when he was causing all this commotion. That's, like, a quintessential, like, issue with the MCU, right? Is, like, why didn't Iron Man show up when Winter Soldier was happening? Like, just get in your dumb suit and fly over there, dickhead. It's like, they can't afford Robert Downey Jr., and that's, like, the end of that, where that conversation happens. There's stuff like that in Naruto, but, like, it really is like the final fight has, like, Kid Naruto stuff in it constantly. And it's like, oh, these do feel like very similar characters. I don't know. When we watch a Naruto Elite RE, you know what's funny is Elite RE doesn't care about any of this conversation. He thinks we're retarded for having it. And it's so funny. And it's like, man, I wish I could live as a simpleton and not care about these genius things and think Dragon Ball sucks because of this. And Elite RE has some retarded criticisms we could never even conceive of either. But anyway. Heath brings up an interesting point here and says Tokyo Ghoul, which is, I kind of buy it a little bit. I don't know. Tokyo Ghoul I definitely thought was just some poppy nonsense. And then, like, Anne would always talk about it, and I was like, oh, I guess that is kind of interesting. That sounds kind of interesting. Tokyo Ghoul is also, it's like, if we do, like, a paint spreadsheet of, like, things the internet has said dumb shit about, and that has, like, resonated in the internet, let's bring it up. We've got, like, and this is, like, negative stuff. So we've got, I don't know, what has a overly... What a great fucking line, genius. Can I hold down shift and it goes straight in this fucking program? No. I can't draw with a mouse. Where the fuck? What happened to my fucking paint? They fucking changed it. What is this over here? All innovation is bad. You ever notice that? Genius, genius. So now we're going to draw this. Oh, it's the fucking little brush. Now give me 5 fucking minutes to figure out how you do the big brush. Oh my god, they put it over here. This is genius. I love this new change. That one's too big, you fucking moron. That looks too big too, but we'll settle with it. Because I'm going to forget the point I'm making here. Negative stuff people say. Remember when Elite RE laughed? I hate Elite RE. He's like, nobody dislikes Naruto, idiot. Like I haven't been here. For 15 years. So over here, can we fucking tone it down a little bit? I don't even know which one I would rank first. We got Naruto and DB. That's a B, not a D. Everything anybody has ever said about these two things is retarded and is negative. But what we're saying here is that it's kind of true about Dragon Ball a little bit. You know, fucking stupid bullshit. Naruto doesn't deserve this. Now, what was the other thing? Tokyo Ghoul is like somewhere here. Where like people dismiss it a lot, think it's like cringe, I know. And like think the main character's like a pussy or something. But everything... And so what I'm hoping is it's more Naruto, where it's like, oh, this might actually be great. Was I using this graph for 3 points? Because what, we've got like... Because sometimes I think Attack on Titan is like here, and sometimes I think Attack on Titan is here, where it's just like a retard saying shit that isn't good about Attack on Titan and saying it's the best thing ever. Bleach is also somewhere in here. People say negative things about that. Though, again, there's a lot more mainstream Bleach revisionism because the anime, like, came back. Like, I don't know. You could put, like, Boruto over here. Oh, and Pokemon's obviously over here, too. We got a whole video to make about that. And then you got, like, over here is Chainsaw Man Part 2, because this is fucking absolute dog shit, and people be pretending it's good. Except people don't. Anyway, I'm sure there's more stuff on here. And One Piece is always, like, firmly in the middle, I think. Like, people generally like One Piece. And it's just... And that's just because most of the people that talk about One Piece got into One Piece later in the internet's lifespan. Because this is all, like, 2008, like... Why doesn't Naruto just, like, stop being a pussy and just kill the bad guys? And it's like, well, this is all... And this is, like... Goku's a bad dad or whatever. And it's like, this has just been ingrained because it's been said because these were popular back then. Like, I don't know, you probably put, like, Transformers movies or whatever the fuck. Or, like, Prometheus, I know, is a big one. Or it's like, oh, the early internet really shit on this. And it's like, well, it's probably actually good. These idiots didn't know what they were talking about. Anyway. Tokyo Ghoul. It's not an impossibility. But it's also in sort of the middle of my interest, too. I think One Piece does 100 chapter plus payoff like almost every chapter after this time skip. I know. Elite already banned him. I told him not to bring it up. Daima has Shin and Kibito defused due to one explanation, then Super they start off fused and then defused because of a different explanation. Elite already made a video about that once. Upload the criticism of Dragon Ball as a YouTube video? No. I sounded retarded then. The Daima people will watch if you put a clickbait thumbnail. It's not about getting views, it's about integrity around here. That's why I am formally announcing my retirement and becoming a footballer. Tokyo Ghoul sounds like proto Jujutsu Kaisen. But Jujutsu Kaisen just sounds so fucking lame in every aspect of every way it's ever been described. Nobody has ever said something about shitty Jujutsu Kaisen and I've been like, that's cool. The closest thing was Elite already talked about a candle directing choice in a video one time and said it was cool. And I'm like, I can probably buy that something interesting visually happens in this. But I'm not going to watch Jujutsu Kaisen before reading it, and then I'll just hate the anime anyway because it's going to change a bunch of tonal things. So that doesn't help me at all. How? Oh no, Heath's mad, Alita. Miller, put your dukes up. It's probably shit and people love it. RT-tarded One Piece fan. Oh, I thought we were making an RT-TV as retarded, but we were just saying retarded. You can't deny the Tokyo Ghoul and Attack on Titan to Jujutsu Kaisen fan base migration. Attack on Titan was popular way before shitty Tokyo Ghoul. Now... what was I supposed to be talking about on stream? Was there something else? Oh, there's a video idea. I think this is like my one note here. With my shitty representative points in these Pokemon videos and sort of talking about, I think representativeness is like the defining progression of like video games as a medium. And I think it's probably the defining feature of Western animation as a medium in mainstream context. Because it, to me, is the same idea as why those live-action Disney things are so popular. Is just because the default mindset in people, for whatever reason, is that people only do animation to be representative of something else. And if you can just do this something else, it's better. So, like, a more realistic-looking Lion King is obviously better than the animated Lion King because the Lion King is just trying to be real life but can't, and now it can be more like real life, so it's better. And that's why all those movies make $1 billion, and everybody that sees them probably likes them, except for the internet, which is in a whole different sphere of different, like, understandings. In the same way, this is why graphics, I think, in video games have always been, like, the number one pioneering thing forward, is that video games have always been seen as sort of like, well, Pong is only this boring little game where you move a stick up and down because you can't, like, make it cool. And, like, Pokemon is lame because you're just walking around in, like, they're turn-based, and it's, like, all these, like, things. It's why, like, the progression of Final Fantasy is away from turn-based stuff. And, like, everything tries to get more, like, real in a sense. That's why VR is, like, an idea at all, and that's why all this stuff, like, continues to go forward. There's a lot better examples there, especially when VR seems to be failing, or people seem to be giving up on it, kind of, especially in gaming more so than other aspects. I think there becomes a counterculture where you, like, fall in love with the representativeness. And I think you could make a really interesting video about that. And I don't mean, like, you should love it for what it is, but where, like... And, like, obviously some of the most interesting video games play off this concept, like Undertale or Doki Doki Literature Club or something like that, where it gets meta. Where it's, like... There is something about going through menus and selecting attacks in turn-based RPGs that's really, like, fun. And it's because you fall in love with the process and the memories of the representativeness. So, like, originally the intention might have been to represent something so eventually we can make this something when technology progresses. But because you have such strong memories for that old thing, the way you portray the representativeness becomes its own art form in and of itself. And it's very interesting. That's why, like, turn-based games still exist in any sense, when obviously there is the ability to make them not turn-based now. But I also think that's always going to be a very niche market. And that's why it's just going to, like, continue to go into the other direction. Is that what my fucking shitty note said? Falling in love with the representative nature of old games and the strengths that exist solely in that medium. Oh, and there is, like, an undercurrent, especially in video game analysis, where it's like, video games need to be proud that they're video games, and the best video games do things with their mediums that other things can't. Because why wouldn't you just watch a movie or something? Now, obviously, this is entirely arbitrary, but it sounds really cool to say. But there is obviously strength in this idea. It's sort of a pride idea, and I think it's also born out of this larger idea. But anyway. Oh. What does this mean? Mario 64 is human. Oh, I thought it said is too human, but is human too. True. Anyway. Did you see Hassan made a video essay? No. This is epic. We gotta put it... Oh, that's the main thing I'm supposed to talk about. I was, like, supposed to cry to chat and say, should I just cancel this video essay thing? I don't want to watch video essays. Like, I either spend all of tomorrow watching video essays and then making my shitty video essay thingy, or I can, like, do fun things. But part of me is like, just fucking do it. You'll be, like, happy you did it after you do it. The part of me is like, no, don't. I don't want to watch video essays. They suck. But then also part of me is like, then you'll never watch any of these videos that you're mildly curious about. And I'm like, no. So I don't know. Encourage me to do it or not do it, Chad. Pick a side. Hassan made a video essay and then Elite got a link. Do you think it's going to be this link? What's his voice going to sound like? Did you see Hassan went on Trash Tags and they made fun of him? It is to the point where the Hassan hate is starting to annoy me because it's starting to come from annoying people, and I might be a Hassan fan by the end of the month hanging out with Mr. Because it's starting to annoy me. That's all I'm saying, chat. Oh my god, he proved Heath wrong. He made something. Oh my god, this is true. Never mind, it's just going over tweets and clips now. It is funny. That's like a Chief Destiny thing about how, like, every Hassan stream is just him looking at, like, news via tweets. And like it does seem to be the case. Not that I've ever watched a Hassan stream. I still do maintain, because Elite RE like said no to this one time. Hassan is very likable interpersonally, especially when he's on the podcast with QT Cinderella, because he gets to be the straight man, and I think it's always like he comes across as very likable when he's the straight man. But obviously when he's saying stuff, it's either really dumb or like, not to be Miller the Killer right now, but evil. So it's like, oh, it sort of undercuts any like mild interest you could have in him. It does feel like a Twitch segment without him talking to chat. We will miss you. Oh no, CeeLo Pilt is here. He's just seen the title. You better get into football, CeeLo Pilt, if you care about what I got to say. Oh, can't you wait until all my football fans are in here and we're just talking about football stream? It's going to be great. It's going to happen to Twitter soon. I'm going to start quote tweeting retarded football things I see on Twitter, and I'm going to get into... somebody's going to kill me. Oh, chat, I'm getting hit by a cyclone soon. There's a cyclone coming. So if I die, I die.
What's up, everyone? If you're seeing this...
Is this going to be about shitty trash taste? I don't care about this.
That means I've probably been banned. That's right. Cancel culture has finally come for me. Oh my god.
Hassan got banned?
It's over. It's over. The free speech warriors. Where are you now? They've taken me out, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. I'm done. A couple days ago, I had a conversation where I was responding to the Republican House of Representatives Speaker, and
Huh? See, I haven't been watching any Destiny stuff, so I don't know about any of this. I didn't know. This isn't about trash taste. This is about politics.
Let's take a look at what I said. Libs of TikTok, of course, posted about it. Here's what Libs of TikTok claimed I was saying. Some parties just call for violence against a sitting U.S. senator. If you cared about Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott at FBI. This got 17,000 likes. It was on February 28th. Let's take a look at this clip really quickly. There's about $50 billion estimated.
It is true. It is a cool thing to say that we should kill the healthcare people. And so it kind of puts Hassan in a bad position where it's like, obviously he wants to be really and be with all the cool people on Twitter, but you also can't really say it without getting banned. But also like Bill Burr or somebody was saying this too, and it's just like, oh, it is like a funny like run the gambit of like people that are agreeing with this. It is funny.
Lost every year in Medicaid just in fraud alone. Nope. If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott, okay? You wouldn't make Rick Scott, former governor of Florida, Rick Scott, you wouldn't make him a prominent part of the Republican Party. Now, that seems like a wild thing to say. Oh my God.
Now, Trat, I love threatening to kill people. It's one of the funniest things you can do, so I'm on Hassan's side.
Is this person calling for
Now, he's going to disavow it now because the hot water's been applied, but you know...
Of a U.S. senator? Of course not. I was not calling for the assassination of a U.S. senator, so I went back to figure out the context. Here it is. Let's take a look.
Are people who are covered by Medicaid now going to potentially lose Medicaid coverage as a result of...
I don't care about this fucking shit. Hassan's innocent. He didn't do nothing. Do you think Miller, when he's arguing with his co-workers, is like, that he was going to kill them?
Said Mike Johnson should...
It's fucking epic. It's going to make me a fan. God damn it. Anyway, I do still watch these footy videos. Poor CeeLo Pilt. Don't worry, I'm just joking. I'm not actually quitting. Not yet. I just remember the one time when he was too busy reading his own drama during the gaming collab to listen to the rules, and everybody in the party hated him. He does seem autistic in that way a lot, too. I don't know. I liked the Ben Hunt one. Well, that one has much more of a narrative, especially if you watch the most recent one. Like, Bacon said he was going to watch it, and Bacon's like a sports fan. I was like, Bacon, you should not watch this video. Like, you are going to have no context for it. Most of my videos, I think, will be more like the Ben Hunt one, so maybe we'll get something out of those. I'm going to a JPEG Mafia concert this Saturday, so cool. Kill yourself, CeeLo Pilt. Why would you bring that up? 8 viewers, highest viewership in the past 3 years. How about Elite RE shuts the fuck up? And also, we had way more when we reviewed Cowboy Bebop, I think. Reacting to Hassan brings in the views, baby. Oh my god, did you see Sinnet and Emiru and Valkyrie nearly got killed on a pier? It was very bad, chat. We disavow. I was watching that stream. No. I watched a little bit of the stream. Then I finished work and I was just seeing what was happening. And I opened the stream up and they had the traveling thing up, which is like the be right back screen because they don't want to dox where they're going. But then I later realized that was after they had gotten attacked and the stream stayed on for like 30 minutes on the be right back stream. So that was pretty funny. I didn't realize that at the moment until like hours later. But I was there, chat. I was there. I told you to go like 6 months ago. My friends do like JPEG Mafia. I probably could have, I don't know if they're coming to Queensland or whatever. The Boa concert is something I'm actually sad about, alright? Because that's probably not going to happen again. But also, I haven't listened to any of this new JPEG Mafia nonsense. What if he only does the new ones? We want the hits out here. I guess I could listen to that. I listened to half the new album, alright? Then I got a little bored. I'm a pop star right now, you know. I love pop music, right? Serena Carpenter is way cooler than JPEG Mafia. Now, what was I talking about before that? Viewership, something, Footy ENT, Hassan. I don't remember. Do we want to learn about how Severance is a new kind of story? Do you want to... The best manga you've ever heard of? I see this girl's thingies all the time. She's a manga channel. I've never watched a video. Movie critics that suck? Oh, music. Let's just do the top 10 because Alita will cry and leave and we'll kill our viewership right now. I don't know what this song is. Treat You Better. That's a Shawn Mendes song. What the hell? I don't know any of these songs. Oh, 505 by the Arctic Monkeys. I love that song. Oh, he's got the drop in here too. An Uber driver picked me up and was playing this song one time. It was pretty cool. It's going to go crazy in a second, chat. I don't know if it's going to play long enough or if it's just going to be the beat. Also, this is giving me weird deja vu that I might have seen this video before. This was this a pre-New Zealand? Middle of New Zealand? Like a between New Zealands? Or another type? When was this song? I think it was a pre-New Zealand song at the end. But I have some sort of vague memory of like... some sort of feelings happening with this song. And it was particularly the thing. I haven't listened to this song in like months. Was I sad when I was listening to this because I got rejected by a work girl? Or was I sad that I couldn't see my girlfriend between New Zealand trips when I was listening to this song and being sad? You can't confuse sadnesses. Oh, I love that. I was loving that song. We're only doing the first 10. Everybody calm down. I mean, a lot of whatever this band is. Stained Boogie with the hoodie. I don't know who this rapper is. You don't know about this. I don't know this Oasis song. Oh, we got another Arctic Monkeys song. I think I've listened to this. There's like an Arctic Monkeys divide where half of their songs sound really cool British to me, and half of their songs sound like street lame British to me. And I feel like this song might be one of the latter ones. Because sometimes it's like, I'm partying and I love you. And sometimes it's like, heartfelt I love you. And I feel like I only like the second one. Like this one's like goofy. Bobby, and it's like, yeah, get out of here. We don't like Frank Ocean here. Never listen to him. Every WrestleMania main event match card. This is a great video. We love this video. Your take on the UK drama? I don't know. Never mind. That was very edgy. I was nearly going to say. We got to get rid of that one guy. You know, he's not very good. Somebody should do something about that. I don't know, maybe Europe will be super strong and they can kill America and we can all be happy again. We just have to survive 4 years, right? He's not going to do it again. I saw his tariffs went into play soon, so maybe his own people will turn on him when they have to pay more for stuff. And he'll get impeached. And the Republican Party will do it because the people will want it. I don't know. It really is depressing. I think more so than anything... Because David Pakman said this right after the election where he's like, a bunch of people just unsubscribed for me. And it's like, there's no real proof that like they unsubscribed. And basically what this was attributed to is like a bunch of liberal people were like, I don't even want to pay attention to this anymore. Like, it seems like he can get through life without even paying attention to politics. Like, does it actually matter? Maybe not. Maybe I'll just try not mattering for a little while. And I remember thinking at the time that that was like stupid and like it was actually a really interesting time for politics. But now I'm like completely, and like whenever I see something, like I kind of want to know the very vagary, so I might watch like a literal Channel 9 news clip about it. But other than that, like I don't want to watch Destiny saying like we should all kill ourselves right now. So more so than him being a sexual predator, it's that Donald Trump is bad, and that's why I'm not watching Destiny right now. I don't want to, like, if I watch a debate where he's talking to somebody that likes Donald Trump, like, I can't handle it right now. we're not threatening violence here or anything, but I would want to kill people, and I would want to kill myself. I want to kill myself. We can get away with that one, huh? It's like unfathomable to me. But anyway, it's like mind breaking. Like, I don't want to exist in a society where people could even begin to like this person. Like, and it just breaks you and it makes you hate mankind. But if I just ignore it, then maybe I can like mankind a little bit. But I hate mankind anyway. It's a more severe hate. Anyway. Miller the Killer is linking a video. Trying to watch wrestling here. Kill yourself. And Heath's also got a video. Did you just steal this talking point from her? Which talking point? Oh, yes. Oh, this is something I did want to talk about. I forgot I stole it from her, and then we remembered at some point. She had a video called Everything Was Devilman, but it was a song. But I'd never really liked her songs or anything. But she definitely probably talked about it in vlogs and stuff. And obviously I watched all. I don't give a fuck about Totally Not Mark Drew something, and it's kind of funny because he might be insulting Akira Toriyama and he's like clueless or something. I hate the dead. I hate respecting authors. So if he did redraw it and he literally said, I piss on Akira Toriyama's grave, I would think that was epic.
Creator Go Nagai worked as an assistant at the start of his career.
Oh my god, we were talking about Go Nagai being an assistant to some dude, and I'm like, manga is the greatest medium of all time. It's literally got the Naruto flowchart of you can track who was an assistant to who and how it inspired them and stuff like that, and how works are similar because of who you assisted for or whatever. Oh, it's the greatest of all time. What a great medium. But yes, I don't think I watched all of this video. There's so many videos she makes where it's like, oh, this is like an interesting video. I watched the first 30 seconds and it is interesting and I just never get back to it. I don't have time to watch video essays. I hate them. That's why the podcast shit is so good, because like you can get away with not paying attention for little bits, but you also don't realize you're not paying attention. Like, what video was I watching? There was some video essay, and I had to rewind it like 7 times because it was annoying, and I was like, I've literally rewinded 7 times, and I'm like, I'm going to focus. And it's like 10 seconds back. You just have to focus for 10 seconds, then you can move forward. And you're like that, and 3 seconds in, you're like, oh, what's going on over there? Where's my Adderall? I'd take over the fucking world if I had that shit, and Alita won't get it for me. Open the video essay thing, you fucking idiot. One more Evangelion video. This Donkey video. It's so fun. Donkey is so outside of like the video game. Like all those the kind of funny guys are so gentle when they talk about Avowed. They're like they wanted to like it, they didn't really like it that much, and it's like, but they sure did try and something. And it's like all this, and then Donkey just comes out and says Avowed is a piece of shit video game made by piece of shit people with piece of shit incentives and stuff. It's like, man, these are two different realities.
Well,
This video was almost interesting. Oh my god, we got car seat headrests. Also, why was Steel Pill telling me to skip to the end? What are we skipping to the end to? Explain that one. This video was dumb too, you know. This video was almost... This is a great title, obviously, a great thumbnail. We got a lot of views here. But, like, the answer is that, like, there just is an alt-left pipeline, right? And it's like Hassan. But, like, this guy, like, talks about being a leftist in this video, which means he has to... This is another Destiny talking about. He has to victimize himself by saying, like, we don't have many people over here, and, like, the system is against us. But then he also has to, like, he's obviously not going to think, like, there's an alt-left pipeline, because that would imply that it's bad or something, and he doesn't think these people are bad. But whatever, this video is mildly interesting. This guy did, like, political science, and he says a few phrases or stuff that you think are interesting, because it's, like, outside of the online political sphere and actually in, like, academia and stuff. I think it was his video that I had to rewind like 3 times because I was like, I keep zoning out. Anyway, people call it woke, but I fell asleep after 10 minutes. That was a good one. There are a few good ones. The bird flew into the rock and didn't come out the other side. That was pretty sad. I like that imagery. But yeah, the top 10 songs I see. This one's funnier. Totally not Mark. What is it? Skillshare. Can't I get a lower end sponsorship? Not for 250 fucking footy. What football supplement is going to be? Get your dick pills on the Footy ENT channel, chat. Make sure you buy them and use my code. The most forgettable anime. Okay. It does kind of see. It's One Piece, Lamau, JoJo. Oh, how much he forgot about each. That's good. The clickbait was kind of good here. I was going to say, it's kind of funny if he's just like chose his 1 million subscriber special to just shit on an anime. That would be very funny. Feels very old YouTube-y. What is this? Competitive Pokemon in Gen 15. Smogger goes too far. That's a parody video, you see. Because, you know, it's extreme over here. Hey, has anyone checked on Yu Yu Hakusho? True. Seems like a kind of interesting video. Look at that thumbnail. I like that thumbnail. I'm not going to watch any of these videos. I hate video essays. Yu Yu Hakusho. You know, that's a pretty good one. How come nobody got Hunter x Hunter up earlier when we were talking about that shit? Just watch like the Naruto or One Piece bit. Hold on, I want to watch this song video and we're going flat. See, like, Paul wants me to skip to the end. I just want to skip through and see what I notice. Everybody wants to rule. Oh, everybody knows this song. I don't know this song. Hey, shut up. Wait, how many viewers do I have? 5 viewers? This is still massive. Once in a lifetime. Oh, I did do a little thingy, just a consumption update. I'll probably watch. I have 2 rom-coms outlined that I talked about in my Really Love My Great PowerPoint video. Anybody have anything to say about it? Probably not. I have the other rom-com, and then I'm probably gonna try and do a bunch of the duos. Like I'm gonna try and do Look Back. I'm gonna try and do Ghost in the Shell, Angel's Egg. Because I only have 1 more day of work this week, and I might not even have to go into work that day because it might be cycloned. I want to try and do them over this break, and then probably next week I'll get to shooting Star Wars. So, I don't know. Why was I saying that? To get through all that stuff. Why was I bringing that up? I've also got to start this fucking record of the Lotus War fucking show. God damn it. Anyway, when I go inside, I want to look at those Last of Us documents. But also, I want to start Crash Tag Team Racing. So I'm not going to watch it tonight. The Smiths. You know, the only Joji song I like is the Glimpse of Us one. And that's like a 5 out of 5 song. That's another thing. Where are the 5 out of 5 songs? And I keep going to tab over to YouTube Music. Did I even ever download it on this? When I was using this as my main computer, I didn't. But like, the song I've been listening to a lot for like the last 2 months is like The Way I Am by Eminem. And like, that's something I never thought I would do. And that is a really good song. It's like a 4.5 star song. But you know, I need like a, what was that shitty Conclave song for a little while when I was in New Zealand? What's that fucking song called? God damn it. Fly to the Concords. Why did I say Why is it spelled like that? Wait, this is like, oh no, because that's the show. And, but the thingies or something. You are scared of a world where... This is what you do, chat. You type in the lyrics and it'll come up. There we go. This song. We need a big, dramatic, slow rock song that we can feel sad to. And that's a 5 out of 5 song. Now, I get too sad listening to this song because it reminds me of New Zealand. So we can't listen to this one. But, you know, I need a song like it. I need to find a Pink Floyd song I've neglected or something. I need these 5 out of 5s in my life, chat, and I'm not getting them. And our new media consumption thing is not good for this because it is prioritizing and rewarding small, quick things that I can add to my media checklist. And I'm neglecting long-form content. So we got to get through these things. Anyway, I don't like this song. This band again. We don't like Brockhampton. Brockhampton's goofy. Tyler, the Creator, we've kind of started liking, I guess. I don't like him. Lil Uzi verse. I can't do it. I can't do the like the corny rap drives me crazy. I can't do it. The like the voice throws me off immediately. Even though I get that Lil Uzi Vert is like kind of a self-aware auto-tune guy. It's not like the auto-tune is why it's bad or whatever. But even like listening to Travis Scott songs and like some of the lines are like the most retarded things you've ever heard. And not in a funny way, just in like the line is literally, I need money, I need bitches or something. And it's like, we couldn't have like made it funny or something. It's just like this line again. And it takes me out. But obviously Travis Scott songs sound really good. So you can like get through it. I don't know if I could do it for Lil Uzi Vert. Ah, Danny Brown though. Now this is a funny, clever guy. I don't know this song. It's like slow. What is this? Where's CeeLo Pill? Just listen to the whole album, Kyle. Which one? Oh, this is one of these early Kendrick Lamar songs. I don't know this one at all. Shitty Brockhampton. I like the one guy from Brockhampton that got cancelled for being a sex pest. Run Jungle. I don't know this song. I don't know this song. I don't know this one, but I like this album a lot. This album, one of the songs from Goodbye Attack on Titan comes from this album. Oh, what a great song Opium is. That's another one. Oh, that's a 5 out of 5 transcendent sad rock song. Kind of a rap song. I thought that said Curvy Girl. Oh, we got more Lil Uzi Vert. I don't know this one. Lost in Translation. I saw that movie. It was mid. Not more Brockhampton. Toby Fox. I never played Delta. Oh, we're going flat. Hey, I'm trying to fucking listen here. The I'm supposed to like have a full game or something. Oh, I'll be like this song. I've this time. I've heard muffs before. We we don't take. Oh, this song's great. What's at the end? Why did CeeLo Pill want me to skip this? Shitty Gorillas. Kendrick Lamar. I assume it has to be. Oh my god, it is a Travis Scott song. Karma Police, that's a song and a half. We got Rebound, that's a good song. I am trying to listen. Money is like my least favorite Pink Floyd song. I hate this song. Anyway, we gotta end the fucking stream. We're going flat here. What was I skipping to find, CeeLo Pill? I don't understand. Oh, I love auto-tune rap. Carl, your microphone is glitching. Ooh, fixed. I fixed it by doing nothing. Yippee. Anyway, me and CeeLo Pill's song corner is now at an end, sadly. The Black Country album. I think I've listened to like one of the songs. I don't listen to albums very much. Basketball Shoes is a long, sad song with a cool crescendo. I feel like that might have been... I've definitely heard of that song before, so I don't know if I listened to it or I've just seen like people talk about it or something. I just wanted you to know what number one was. It was that one Radiohead song with the long name that I don't think I usually recognize. But I swear I've seen that video before because the beginning seemed familiar, and so did that song at number one. That might just be a very popular song, and it was on somebody else's list. I don't know. But anyway, I don't want to go flat and have to like cut off the last 5 minutes of the VOD. So goodbye, everybody. Who knows when we'll stream again? Oh, how mysterious.